Welcome everybody. This is your boy Upper Echelon Man, and we here to give y'all a great show. I appreciate everybody here. Y'all smash the like button and let's get it.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5 points down, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops straight go. I got them all, you don't want no. I got all those shit, smoke. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can just leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can just squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
Bows. Peace and blessings, everybody. This is your boy Upper Echelon in the building. Smash that like button, man. I love each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all the squad, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. We got a fight coming up. Salute to everybody that came through last night for me and Key's first inaugural show. If you ain't seen it, you need to check it out. It was going down last night. We had some good topics. It was me, Key, Rick Timms hopped up there, and Dub Right Side, respectfully. But yeah, it was on the other channel, the Upper Echelon Man. We're gonna do another one again tonight, but it was great. Let me greet everybody. Salute to my guy, All Things Always First. First one in, last one out. My guy, Peace and Blessings King. Nate Dogg, D1, salute King, peace and blessings. Edgar Chavez, salute King, peace and blessings. Light skin business in the building. If it ain't light skin, it ain't business, and it ain't him. Peace and blessings, King. EB, he sweat a lot, but he get a lot. Peace and blessings, King. Coach Amber, the next Ann Wolf, the best female coach out there in young boxers enterprising. Peace and blessings, Queen. My dog, Bomb Squad, Mr. Expensive Paper himself is in the building. Between the rounds, salute King. And Expensive Paper, salute King, man. I like the way you support the channel, man. You know, you're a real OG. Cool JC 26, peace and blessings, King. King Von, my guy, peace and blessings, King. Shakur, Bell Hot, peace and blessings, King. Now, I did the greetings. Let's get to this smoke. First of all, let me drop a link in case Coach Amber has something she wanna pop off on later on tonight. Let me drop this link. It's an open forum Friday. Anybody wanna hop up here? Let's get it. We're gonna get it in though. I was just on KQKC a little while ago, and I was dropping this. You know, these fights we got coming up, we got 4 big fights. that will determine a lot in boxing. And y'all like, what you mean, upper echelon? I'm telling you, these 4 fights we got at the end of the year. First off, it's been a great year of boxing. Can't nobody deny it. This is one of the best years in boxing we've had in a long time. And usually when you have a great year like this, it tapers off at the end. Nah, we going out with a bang. Because before this year's over with, we got Devin Haney versus Regis, the Rougarou, Prograde. We got Tim Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza. And a lot of people don't know, but this is a real big fight. If you're a hardcore boxing fan, then you'll understand why. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Then we got Boo Boo versus David. Yes, Boo Boo versus David, who I feel like if he beats Boo Boo, is a sure win for Fighter of the Year. Because he's taking out 2 top contenders, former champions. Both his fighters are former champs. Then we got Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos. All right. I'm going to start with the Tim Tszyu and the Brian Mendoza first. Now, Tim Tszyu, this man is cocky. He's arrogant. But that's what you want in a boxer. You want a boxer to be larger than life. You want him to talk that shit. That's what we want. We want a boxer that knows. Hold on one second, y'all. Salute to my guy, Justin Hawkins. Peace and blessings, King. Welcome to the show. Now, like I was saying, you want a boxer to talk that stuff. Like Floyd. We love bigger than life boxers. We love a boxer that is conceited and sure of himself and knows he's that fire and knows, look, I'm the guy that got to be beat. And right now, that's daggone Tim Tszyu. He talking junk to the former undisputed champion Jamel Charlo. Telling the man he need to retire. Now, on paper, Tim Tszyu has knocked off nice, good competition in the worst way. But notice I said on paper. Because if you take it off of paper, there's some discrepancies behind that. Expensive paper in the building with the $20 holler. Bomb squad in the building. I'm trying to catch a body. Like the great Wilder say, I'm trying to catch a body in this bad boy. You feel me? But yeah, like we was original American. Peace and blessings, let's get it. But like I said, yes, Tim, but I put an asterisk behind it. And people say, why you put an asterisk behind the upper echelon? He beat former Olympian medalist Terrell Gaucher. Now, Terrell Gaucher, he has good fighting abilities. Yes, Terrell Gaucher is a pretty good fighter. But at 154, he ain't got no knock to make the trunk jump. He got a little something, but he ain't got that knock that make the trunk jump. And as boxing fans, we want to see somebody that can make the party go, who can close the party out like a AK or a Draco. Clear the party out. Ain't no more party. Terrell ain't got that. Terrell got that little 22 with a little 25. It's good for single coverage, but if you miss, you done. He was able to put Tim Tszyu on. Let me say how the Australians say it. He was able to put Tim Tszyu on his arse. Like the Australians said, he put him on his arse. Yes, he did. He put that man on his arse. Dean, salute, King, peace and blessings. Welcome to the stage. But yeah, party canceled, Nate Dogg. Party is canceled. Hey, I seen a meme the other day. It had me cracking up. Dude say when your girl having too much fun at the party lit. He called his homeboys to go shoot the party up. Party canceled. Woo! Had me joking. Black all day. Hey, I see you black all day. Peace and blessings. But guess what? I'm black all night as well. You feel me? Just not all day. I'm at night too. Keeping it going. Salute to my guy, EB Sweater Lot with the $4 holler. Appreciate that, King. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so Terrell Gaucher ain't got that block stopper, that knock rocker. But he was able to put Tim Tszyu on his arse. Tim Tszyu arguably got up there, walked him down, cornered him. The man ain't have enough power to keep it going. And like I said, in boxing, you lose your power as the rounds go because, like I said, what you weigh in at the beginning of the fight is not what you end up with. You can come in about 165, and by the end of the fight, be 158. Crush the legend. Salute, King. Like, you lose weight as you fight. That's why a lot of people power don't carry because they lose so much. But yes, he got put on his arse, but he beat Terrell Gaucher. Then he fought a Tony Harrison that's got knocked out, obliterated, sent to the nether rim. Matter of fact, sent to the upper room. Yeah, he was in the upper room by Charlo. Next fight against Garcia, he almost lost. Arguably, I thought he lost, but they gave it to him. The man was a shell of himself. His father just died. Boxing ain't his priority. He's just trying to get a bag, and he did. Then he ended up fighting Tim Tszyu in a little skating rink. Matter of fact, it was like they was in jail. It was like an 8x10. Man stepped twice to the side. He's at the next corner. So, Tim Tszyu took advantage, destroyed him. Next fight against Ocampo. The same Ocampo that Earl Spence knocked out in the first round. Yes. After he lost to Earl Spence, he moved to 154 and started beating like 6-7 straight. He was on a tear. He was busting people up. But before he fought Tim Tszyu, he just was in a war for his life against Sebastian Fundora. Him and Sebastian Fundora went to the limit, through the wire, through whatever it may fall. That's what they just went through. So, hold on one second, y'all. Rome the plug. Salute, King. Let me drop this link, man. Somebody get up here and holler with your boy. I'm waiting on Coach Amber, but she acting all shy. Young World in the building. Young World, salute. All right, I'm back like 16 in the pot. I'm good. All right. Well, like I was saying, Ocampo was just in a life and death struggle with Fundora, in which he lost. And fights like that take years off of your boxing career. That's why I say when you fight Earl, people start getting the bag because you have to take some time off. Salute to my guy Young World with the $20 holler. That's 2 tens on the dollar. We back like ain't no tomorrow. And Expensive Paper lead it and Young World follow. I'm in this bad boy. Appreciate y'all, King. Peace and blessings. Happy Friday. He said happy Friday, y'all. Peace and blessings. And yes, peace and blessings from the Most High, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe out here, too. But yeah, that Ocampo, he got hit with a running Superman punch by Tim Tszyu. The fight didn't last but a couple seconds. The man was ready to get up out of there. He just wanted to get a paycheck. Welcome the lovely and extinguished and the esteemed Coach Amber. I'm gonna let you speak to the crowd real quick before I continue on this rant, Coach Amber. In case she's on mute. Well, okay. So now we just went through Tim Tszyu's resume. Now Tim Tszyu's going against Brian Mendoza. The same Brian Mendoza that started off with a lot of promise. And then he had to get in the ring with Jose Ramos. He was in there. He took an ass whooping from pillar to post. Ramos made him put his hands in his pocket. Made him, hey, look, the man took a sheer amount of punishment. But Jose Ramos at the time was like, I think he was like 17-0 with 15 knockouts. And the
How
man,
long ago was that? I'm here. My bad. My bad. Salute to the chat. How long ago
Dante,
was that?
salute, King. Peace and blessings, man. I hope you feel better, Dante. Peace and blessings. How long was the Ramos whooping? About like I think like 2 years ago, because after the Ramos fight, he got beat, but he took a lot of them shots. He ate a lot of them shots. Like he took some punishment. And Tim Zoo's not a bigger puncher than Jesus Ramos. He's not. And see, Mendoza has went to war with 3 big punchers. So I feel like he's prepared for what Tim Zoo got. He fought with Ramos, he lost. Then he fought Jason Rosario at 160. The same Rosario who destroyed Jared Hurd. The same Rosario that was a unified champion. He went up there, stopped him. Then he came down and fought the cheat code. The one that they say was a created player. The one who stopped Erickson Lupin. He took the shots and the barrages from Fundora, then stopped them. So now you got Brian Mendoza, who's rejuvenated his career, who's on a trajectory to become a star. The Mexicans love him because he has no give up, no fight. He's never been stopped. I don't even think he's been
How
dropped
long
before.
ago did he fight Gabe? And what? Yeah. How long ago did he fight Gabe? Like, which version of Gabe did he fight?
Which
Because
game?
you're talking about Gabe Rosado, right?
No, I'm talking about Jason Rosario, the one that
Oh,
stopped
okay,
Jared
okay,
Hurd.
okay, okay.
Gabe Rosario get destroyed by this man. I'm talking about Jason Rosario, the former champ, the one that stopped Jared Hurd.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, that one. So he's done fought. Rosario stopped him. Fundora stopped him. He got beat up by Ramos and hasn't been dropped. So now he's going in there with Tim Zoo. He has a different type of skill. And I feel like Tim Zoo, they going to be in a small ass ring. So they going to be there for the touching. So they're going to be able to touch each other. So it's going to be a brilliant fight. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be something that the fans want to see. But I think we're going to see if Tim Zoo got that dog that he say, because he's going to have to show it. He's not just going to one punch knock out this man. He's going to have to show whether he's the stuff or if he's in the way. And that's a great fight. But after that, we got Shakur versus Edwin De Los Santos, who arguably is probably the best fighter that Shakur has had. De Los Santos power in both hands, but De Los Santos has problems with boxers. My boy William Foster III exposed him. They had a split decision, and he won. But he was able to piece De Los Santos up. After that fight, though, De Los Santos became more sharp, quicker, and he's been fighting a lot better. But if you notice, De Los Santos, he's always putting on the brakes after the 5th round. He can't do that with Shakur. Shakur has got great stamina, and Shakur has great punch placement. And I think he might see something in Shakur because he's been calling Shakur out for about a year and a half now. So he might see something. He might see Shakur because how Shakur be on the front foot and people barely miss him. He probably feel like he can change his timing up, which if you fighting a guy like Shakur, what I would do, I will fight like the first 3 rounds and I will be throwing my punches I throw like 3 different variation punches and I make sure he thinks my fastest punch is my fastest punch and as fast as I can go, which I'll be holding back my pure power and my pure speed for about 3-4 rounds. And once he gets the rhythm and he gets comfortable with me, that's when I switch it up and go in the top gear. That'll catch him by surprise. That's the way you clip a fighter like that because, fighters have habits and tendencies. And if he's timing my stuff, he knows how long he got to get out the way. That's how Crawford is so successful when he switches to southpaw because people have his timing down for orthodox, which is weak hands up front. But then when he has his power hand up front, it comes a lot faster and harder. And that's how he's able to disrupt and befuddle and destroy his opponents. So that's what De Los Santos needs to do. If not, Shakur gonna pick that man apart all night. Now, these are the fights that make the most sense right here. These are the fights right here that have the most meaning. David Benavidez versus Boo Boo. Now, if this was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I say Boo Boo hands down. Even David Benavidez ducked him a year and a half ago.
Did you catch the press conference? I missed it. I just saw the photos. Did you happen to catch the press conference?
I did not yet. But but
I
hey,
didn't either,
Coach
but
Amber,
from some of the pictures I saw, I was like,
Coach Amber,
uh,
let me
"Yes, sir.
finish this. Let me finish this spiel real quick, and then we're gonna break it down, okay?
Go ahead."
Real quick. All right, Boo Boo. He's more back in the day. Was more athletic. I don't know what his legs gonna be now. A lot of people go to the last fight Boo Boo had, which was lackluster. He fought against a person that Berlanda dropped 4 times. But like Navarrete, when he fought Liam Smith, he didn't have much power because it was first fight at the division. Now Boo Boo is acclimated to the 168. He has power now. He's acclimated. He got his muscles right. Like he told Jamal Charlo, I can't make 164 if I try. My legs too big. Your legs, that's your power. David Benavidez ain't fighting Caleb Plant this time. And as long as Boo Boo has the conditioning to last, it's gonna be a long night for David. Because David has problems with boxers. Ronald Graville, Caleb Plant. It was one other guy that was boxing to David smothered him. But if David beats Boo Boo, fighter of the year. Because this is gonna be the toughest fight that he ever had. And he knows it. But he had to choose either Boo Boo or Morrell. And so he chose the lesser evil. John Kramer, salute. PBG Big Dog, salute, Kings. But yeah, he does roam the plug. He got some weird ass energy. But his power will carry after a certain time. But the winner of this fight is different. If David Benavidez wins, he fights Canelo in May. And that gives Jamal Charlo Canelo in September. So that gives him, if Jamal Charlo is fighting Jose Benavidez, I feel like he should snap through in the third, fourth round and become the self and destroy him. Jose Benavidez used to be a great fighter. Now he's just got power. He's like a C plus fighter with power. And Jamal Charlo is a good comeback fight. And if he can, and Jose got a chance to beat him now, he got the power. But I feel like Jamal Charlo, his muscle memory gonna kick back in when he in there. Matty Yoel, peace and blessings. Long time no see, King. Thank you, brother. Have a great day. I'm glad you're here. But I feel like Jamal gonna click in the gear, come through, and elevate and decimate that man. Patrick Bell, salute, King. So yeah, but Jamal wins and David loses, then Jamal has to fight Canelo in May and not September. So we want David to be able to give Jamal a chance. But if David loses, Boo Boo doesn't get a Canelo fight. Boo Boo has to fight David Morrell, win or lose. So his next opponent already set, win or lose. He got Morrell. But Benavidez wins, he gets Canelo next. If he loses, I don't know. He might get Morrell if he loses. I don't know. But if Boo Boo wins, Morrell will have the choice of him and David Benavidez, which is crazy. But Canelo fights Jamal in September. That means Jamal can get Caleb Plant at 168 around the May time. That will give him a chance to acclimate to 168. Plus, nigga, you got to get your face back. This nigga smacked the dog dose out of you. Big dose, salute, King. He smacked the dog dung out of you, man. You got to get back. Because I ain't trying to see you fight nobody else until you get that, man. I know you need a comeback fight, but then you got to go holler at that dude, bro. You just not going to walk away with a win on me. But then we got Devin Haney and we got Regis Prograis. Devin Haney is looking real big and strong. And I feel like Devin Haney in sparring does hit hard. I feel like he does have power when he's sparring them people, but you know he's at a bigger weight when he's sparring. Like Earl spars them heavyweights and light heavyweights. He's around 180, 175. And when Devin be sparring, he be about 160, 155. But you got to realize when they have to make weight, they
Upper, I don't understand how you be getting kicked off your own show.
They drain themselves, they losing power. So whenever you drop that weight like that, you get stronger when you go up in weights. So I feel like Devin gonna be much powerful at 140. I feel like 147 we'll really get to see what he cracking with. Plus, also he could be snack strong, and we couldn't really say nothing because he's moving up in weight. And people know, like when Terrence Crawford was 135, 140, 147, he had different levels of power because he was able to use different levels of his muscle. But that's my breakdown of the first fight. Let me let Coach Amber get in here and cook for a minute. Thank you, Coach Amber.
Uh, where do you want to start? I mean, I've already said. I mean, Tim Zoo. I
Go ahead,
mean,
give me.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I
give
see what
your.
you're saying. Like, this definitely a measuring stick as far
I
as
want you
Tim
to
Zoo
break all.
goes.
Go ahead, give me your opinion on all. I'm gonna sit back and let you break down all four of those fights real quick. Then we're gonna get in there and let it go. Oh,
Like, I mean, like I said, I'm not a fan of Tim Zoo. I don't see why he's not getting the heat that Devin Haney got as far as, the whole being elevated thing. Um, he's up against a measuring stick. Um, I mean, now that I found out that it's on Showtime, I'll give it a watch, but I'm not checking for Tenzu. I'm really not. The only reason that I'm, side eyeing it is because it will affect the rest of the 154 division. Um, as far as David and Boo Boo, like I said, I really didn't get a chance to check out the press conference. I only saw like the photo ops. Um, it looked a little friendly. I don't, I gotta check. I gotta check out the presser. Um, but it's very intriguing because we don't know which Boo Boo is gonna show up. Like he's been gone for so long. It's kind of like Cracker Jack box. I don't, we don't know what we're gonna get. So I think that's what makes that fight interesting. Um, and to be fair, I don't think it's right that if David wins, he gets Canelo, and if Boo Boo wins, he does not. But I mean, those are the powers at B.
well,
I'm
first
also
of all,
not.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Boo Boo's not signed to the PBC. He's not signed to the PBC. Jonathan Park, salute King. He's not signed to the PBC, and PBC has Canelo for 2 more fights. They're gonna make their fighters get the paydays. Plus, they have Canelo for 2 more fights, so they're gonna make the biggest paydays possible. David Benavidez versus Canelo is a big payday. Boo Boo versus Canelo, not so much. Jamal Charlo versus Canelo, a big payday. Plus, they're PBC fighters. Shane Frazier, salute. Now, if he was Coach Ari, salute. Peace and blessings, Queen. Now, if he was a PBC fighter, then that'd be different, but he's not. And Boo Boo's not really a draw. He messed up his career, basically. He could have been, but he messed it up, especially when he went to the zone, Matchroom. And here go the link if you want to hop up here with me and Coach Amber. Go ahead and finish cooking, Amber.
Yeah, I really, yeah, I know him. Promo hopping, kind of like Regis. It kind of threw a wrench in his engine, but I mean, he's in the WBC rankings, and honestly, like they're telling us, if David wins, he gets Canelo. Hopefully he does, but we've also heard this song before, because remember, if the WBC told us that if David beat Plant, he would get Canelo. And then what happened, Mauricio was like, well, he threw it out there, we'll fight Morrell first. And obviously he didn't get Canelo next. So I'll believe it when I see it, because we've already been told this story before.
But it's different now because guess what? Canelo said he
He's
won't.
yes, because he's signed with PBC, but
Canelo said he wants him now. He said he wants. He said he wants the best for these last 3 fights on PBC. He wants. And look, he signed the contract with Benavidez's name on it. Yeah, Canelo did that, and I feel like Canelo that just beat Charlo, he decimates Benavidez. Honestly, Benavidez has too many holes. Now, maybe we'll see a different Benavidez when he fights Boo Boo. If not, if we see that same Jose Benavidez, that same come forward on 2 feet, squared up versus Canelo, he's going down. You know, I just hate to say it. Canelo has too much power, and David has too much. Salute to Coach Ari, paying it forward. Peace and blessings, Queen. Thank you so much. But I mean, I feel you, Big Dose. You can hop up here with and give me your opinion, baby. You know how we do. But I feel like Benavidez, he showed his chin is susceptible. And like I said, Canelo's gonna throw them big shots, and if he don't get tired, David Benavidez is gonna have a problem. It's gonna be a war of punches. David gonna be hitting Canelo with them quick, fast punches. But we've seen what Canelo's chin looked like. We've seen what Canelo walks through. Jamil Arlo was hitting Canelo with some and David don't sit down on his shots. So his shots are gonna be less effective on Canelo. Now, if David starts sitting down on his shots, and if David starts boxing, then yeah, Canelo will be in trouble. But it's up to which David comes out. You feel me?
I agree. I mean, honestly, it depends on where it depends on where Canelo is peaking. I'll just say it like that. It depends on where Canelo is peaking because, you know, I know you mentioned like the David and Plant fight. I don't think he struggled that much. Like their game plan was actually pretty good. They let him wear himself out, use his legs for majority of the first half of the fight, and then closed in, knowing that he was going to run out of gas, which he did.
Okay,
and
but Canelo didn't run
exactly. Canelo's a different story.
Yeah. Salute Rick Timms. Peace and blessings.
Sometimes Canelo gasses out at the end, and sometimes he don't. So that's the other part of the equation. Is like we don't know if he's gonna be at the very height of his peak or he's gonna be, you know.
That showed me, Coach Amber. That showed me that Canelo has finally adapted to that division. Because remember, Canelo was coming up as well. Now I feel like Canelo, he's at the peak of his game at that division. So now Canelo has the power, the speed, and his muscles.
He's at the peak of something, all right.
Yeah, and you know what else I think, but I know you don't like to assume like that, but I feel like my man has a little extra help. You feel me? Like, hey man, the man was.
I mean, I know a fine wine you get better with age, but normally that doesn't apply to athletes. But
But I felt like he was looking superhuman out there. But you got to realize, like I said, Mexican fighters, they're allowed to have a little something extra in their tank. They're allowed. Peace and blessings, Coach Ari, again with the $10 holler. Peace and blessings, Queen. And if you want to hop on up here. Let you and Coach Amber go at it. The two female coaches. My fans love this. I mean, the family love listening to y'all cook. But yeah, Coach Amber, like, we always got to remember, though, Canelo and his people always going to have an unfair advantage against us anyway. Because they're allowed to come to the ring with a little extra sugar and spice and everything nice in their system. You feel me? But,
well, hell, maybe David ought to train in the mountains of Mexico for his training camp.
What's really sad about that situation, that if a non-Mexican fighter shows up with the same amount of clenbuterol in their system, then they'll be deemed as violating the substance abuse policy and have PD in their system. So if we try to get on the same level as them and take the same things that they take, we'll get violated for it. And I think that's terribly wrong. Like, that's unfair and so unbiased. So biased, man. Like, so they're able to use enhancements, clear enhancements that enhances you as a fighter, and they still allowed to do that. Okay, welcome to the stage, the beautiful Coach Ari.
Hello, everybody. Well, I just wanted to know more about Coach Amber and her boxing history because I was actually like looking for your records and stuff after you were talking about women's boxing and the trials and tribulations of really getting that started. That was really impressive to me, and I don't know a lot about it. And so I actually want to do more research and like learn more. So that's it. That's all I wanted to get up here and ask for.
Okay, I've never fought professionally,
Mm,
um, but USA Boxing, they used to have well, they still have a database, but before, like when I was coming up, they used to have a database where you could look up anybody
hmm.
and it would show their entire record. And then I don't know when they stopped it. And then supposedly they brought it back, like probably within the past 3 to 5 years.
Okay,
And now, like if you go like Team USA, like if you like dig into like because there's Team USA and then there's USA Boxing.
got it.
Um and like now you can go like who do I think of?
Hold on
Like
one second.
Jahari Gonzalez. Like
Hold on
you
one.
can pull up her
Shout,
name.
hold on one second. Hold on one second, Coach
Go
Amber.
ahead.
Shout out to Michael Wright and all things right with my man with the $5. Peace and blessings, King. Thank you. And shout out to Kawhi Elliott. Peace and blessings, King. Okay, go ahead, Coach Amber.
And like if you dig into it,
Hmm.
like it'll show you her past bouts, but it doesn't go back that far. Because I actually had a national champ when they started it again,
Hmm.
and it only goes back like it only showed like maybe like 5 of her 60 fights.
Oh wow. What's her name?
Yeah. Uh Esmeralda Gonzalez.
Okay.
Damn, I don't know if I should have said that or not. Yeah.
Sorry.
You know we got a good chat here.
Yeah, yeah. I try not to give out too much personal information. Damn, I should have said that.
We got good family here, Coach Amber. That's good. We good. We got family here.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into it. And that was it. That's all I wanted to know. And I meant to get on yesterday, Upper, but I don't know if you heard earlier. But after Fanon got off, I got a call and I got a promotion at work, so that kind of took up the rest of my day. So I meant to get on here and chop it up.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was like, I told my husband, I said I got a bonus. I'm gonna give a little bit to Fanon and a little bit to Upper, and that's all I got for the tithes and offering plate. But
Hey,
I appreciate the platform and I appreciate what you do, especially for the women in our boxing community. So that giving us a space to kind of talk about it and
look,
really be involved in the conversation.
I appreciate when people give me donations. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie. But I appreciate it more when y'all just come here, smash the light, and listen.
Yep.
Because this is a place for all of us. And yeah, it's okay for people to donate, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk boxing, talk with my people. And I just want y'all to like check out that new channel that me and Key got because we're gonna be going big on that. And we're
Okay.
pushing that. We're pushing the issue and we having real talk to talk about the things that's going down in the community now. But I appreciate you so much, Coach Ari, and I hope you do well and excel in your job because
Thank you. And drop the link
because
for the new channel because I didn't get that.
okay, because it's hard to see our women go forward because they have it harder than anybody else. Any other demographic, ours have the worst. They go against so much. It's like everybody stacked against ours. They even got the alphabet boys against our people. Our females have it rough. We got the ones that's not females. Richard Paris, salute King. We got the non-females acting like our females and hating our females. But I'm glad to see one of us making it. Peace and blessings,
Yeah.
and I hope you do so great at your job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna hop off and just keep listening. I'm listening y'all cook, so I appreciate it.
Okay. And while Amber's cooking, I'm gonna get that link for y'all so y'all can sub to the channel. Oh yeah. And Rick Timms came by last night with me and Key. And we also had Dub right side. It was a great cook. We're gonna go on again tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rick, you did your thing last night, but we had a good time. All right, Coach Amber, it's on you. Let me go grab this link while you here, okay?
All right. Rick ought to hop up here with me. Um, what's next? Oh,
Hey,
what is it?
Rick
Maul and
Timms.
Jose. Yeah,
Rick
Maul and
Timms.
Jose.
Coach Amberson hit the link, Rick Timms.
Maul and Jose. That's an interesting one too, because obviously what Jamal's been going through. Um, I completely agree with Upper. Like, if you're not right in a mental space, like it's hard to focus. And then you got Jose, which you know I know a couple things about what he's been through, but I mean, I'm not gonna put that out there. But he's made his way back. Obviously, he's been with the whole getting shot in the knee stuff. So it's like it's kind of a do or die for both of them. So that's really interesting.
Salute
Also,
just
like
do
Jose doesn't get enough credit.
peace and blessings. Just do boxing. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jose Benavidez, he doesn't get enough credit. Like like a lot of people say, oh, he was the number one amateur in the city. No, he was the number one amateur in the state, like in the region. Like he was supposed to be. I mean, I don't mean to sound mean, but he was supposed to be everything that his baby brother David is. Like he was supposed to be that guy. And then whatever happened. But that's going to be an interesting mix up because of you know obviously what he went from, what, 140, I believe 140, 147.
Coach Ari again with the $10 holler. Thank you, Coach Ari. She say for the community. Peace and blessings, Queen. Peace and blessings. And you a pillar of this community, Coach Ari. All right, go ahead, Coach Amber. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. This is your show. I just got a seat at the table. It's just gonna be interesting of
It's our show.
who's gonna
It's
put
our
their
show.
best foot forward.
This is the Upper Echelon Sports Bar. It ain't my show. This is everybody in his show. Everybody that comes through. You feel me? Everybody coming through. But go ahead while I get this link for them.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that fight, and honestly, I think I think it's I appreciate the fact that both of the brothers are going to be on the same card, David and Jose. Like I think that's dope. Like that's really dope.
They always
It's
on the
gonna
card.
be interesting.
They're always on the card together. They're always on the card together. Remember, they had like 3 cards together. I think they even tried to have a pay-per-view card together, but it just didn't do right. But yeah, they always on the card together. This ain't
Yeah,
the first time.
that's
Why I
dope.
said
Like
David.
just looking out. You know what I
That's why I
mean?
said David be making sure he looks out for his brother because he always got his brother on the card. But yes, y'all. Here go the link to the show we did last night. It was me, Key, Rick Timms, Dub Right Side. We also had a trigger moment on there last night. It got worked out, but yeah, it was a little trigger moment on there for a second.
Do you have 2 pages? Is that what I heard earlier? You have 2 different pages?
Yeah. I'm on my. I just talked on my other page. Hold on.
Yeah, drop that so that way I can catch your other page too.
I just posted in the ring on my. I mean, in the chat, my other page.
All right, cool.
And that's the live right there. And here go my guy, Ricky Tim.
Always eating or drinking a smoothie.
Hey, I just finished my smoothie too, Amber. That's crazy. Hey, you know what? You made an excellent point when you just mentioned how coming up, how Jose was projected. Jose Benavidez was projected to be that guy. I mean, it was a lot of buzz on him. I mean, more so than it is for David right now. Jose had a hell of a little early start, And it's crazy how life projects us and take us in different routes, and how David have practically surpassed him. So he got a hell of a bout with Maul, and he can kind of right his ship, even though Maul is kind of iffy right now. You know, we all see how Maul is mentally unstable, and I'm not even sure he's really fit to be fighting anybody, let alone a Canelo. So this fight with Jose Jr. gonna be a hell of a measuring stick, because he been out so doggone long, 2.5 years, and the marital issues, the obvious mental issues. So I'm real all excited to see how that's gonna play out. And even that Tim Tszyu and Mendoza coming up, I'm really big on this Shakur and Edwin De Los Santos, because my guy on that undercard, but I need Shakur to show up so he can hush all the naysayers, so we can finally see him versus Tank next year, him versus Dev next year, because I'm big on Shakur. I'm bigger on Tank, but I don't see anybody 140 and under giving Shakur any kind of smoke but Tank. Not Dev, not Frank, not any of them. The dark horse to me in 135 easily is my dude Keyshawn, because Keyshawn he learning and he climbing up the ladder, and he gonna catch one of these big names slipping. I feel like.
Well, Keyshawn need to fight somebody.
He do what now?
I said Keyshawn need to fight somebody.
He fighting this weekend, right? Soon, isn't he?
But he keep fighting no
Yeah,
names, man.
yeah,
Like
but he
got that cab driver out a lot quicker than that. That cab driver stayed too long with him. And we got a guy
That's all right.
Look, we got a guy that's hunting Keyshawn right now. First fight
Cool.
in a 10-rounder. And he's done beat Keyshawn twice. And he said he want Keyshawn down. His first fight as a pro, 10-rounder. Now they say he knocking niggas out the gym. His power's undeveloped. He got that Cuban school of boxing. Andy Cruz said he coming for him. And Andy Cruz is looking good up there with Bozy Ennis. They say he up there sparring with Boots. Boots getting them sharp. He getting Boots sharp. They said he was the best addition to their gym, because they said him and Boots sit there and work all day. Said them boys stay in the gym. But
oh man,
I feel like
that.
the dark horse of 135 might be Muratalla. I would like to see him versus Shakur.
Who?
Raymond Muratalla. That man stopped Nakatilia in 2 rounds. The same person that gave Shakur his hardest fight, even though Shakur bodied him. But you know, I feel like Raymond Muratalla is gonna give somebody some problems too. I like to see him versus Frank Martin or somebody, because Muratalla's something serious. Foxy Brown, peace and blessings, salute. Yeah, Andy Cruz, Foxy Brown. Yes, Andy Cruz. People sleeping on him. 2-time gold medalist, beat Keyshawn twice, beat him bad. And now his first fight in the pro, he did a 10-rounder. Not no 8, not no 6, not no 4. And he fought somebody who had a winning record that was pretty good.
A veteran. Yeah, a veteran. His first pro bout. Yeah, no doubt. You know, I can't even label Andy Cruz a dark horse. He a full-fledged contender.
I labeled Muratalla the dark horse.
Oh, okay.
I said Muratalla.
All right.
Now I said Andy Cruz is hunting Keyshawn right now.
Yeah, man, they got that unfinished business.
Yeah, he called him out already. Keyshawn act like he don't hear that man calling him.
Well, Keyshawn...
Has Keyshawn even did a 10-round fight yet?
Keyshawn?
No. I don't think so.
He's still doing 8 rounds, right?
I think he didn't win 8. I think he'd been scheduled for 8 at the most.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's not. Well, shit.
What did he say? I'm only 7-0. I'm only 8-0, something like that.
Yeah, but 8 rounds is a lot different from 10, Rick. I'm gonna tell you that now.
No doubt.
Extra rounds to get you knocked out.
Especially for your first pro bout.
Exactly. But I'm talking about Keyshawn moving from 8 to 10. That's still a big jump, because being an 8-round fighter and a 10-round fighter, that damn 6 minutes is a lifetime. Ask Coach Amber.
I already know, man.
Coach Amber.
Yes, sir.
That 6 minutes feel like a lifetime in there, don't it?
Hell, for the average person, throwing straight punches for 60 seconds is a lifetime.
So that's what I told people. And people don't realize in a boxing match, the worst time for a person to box a match is the last 60 seconds of the round. You don't box around for 2 minutes. That last 60 seconds, you trying to survive and get up out into that bell pop. Because you know.
Hey, man, I learned the hard way when I had smoked a blunt. I was probably about, 35 at the time. I smoked a blunt on my way up to the damn gym. And look, that's when I did that 20-round Muhammad Ali circuit training session.
You stopped
and
didn't you?
Dude, hey man, I promise I had a whole new respect for boxing. Just starting off doing 5 rounds of jump rope. Jump roping 3 minutes nonstop. Rest for 1 minute, then jump rope for 3 minutes nonstop is so much harder than the average person think, man.
Oh no, it's
dude. Ooh, boy, that shit is tiresome.
Rick, I got one for you. Like, cause normally it's 20 minutes straight, but if you're gonna go by 3-minute rounds, hit the jump rope for the whole round. Then when it goes to the break, hit the push-ups, and then hop back to the jump rope. Do that for 3 rounds, 3 to 4 rounds. 3-minute round, break, push-ups. Then when the bell ring, get back on the rope. It'll kill you.
Parts of your body, Rick. When doing what Coach Amber just said, you work in different parts of your body.
Right.
So you do the jump rope because you work in your shoulders, your core, your equilibrium, all that for 3 minutes. Then do the push-ups. So now you're pushing your speed and your stamina. That's gonna boost your stamina and your endurance.
Or you could swap it out. Like if you don't want to do push-ups in between the break, you could throw straight punches. You could just throw straight punches for 60 seconds, which again is an eternity if you're not used to it. Man. Jump rope 3 minutes, and then straight punches, and then back to the rope. The rope.
Or Coach Amber, you can hop down and do crunches.
Absolutely.
And look, this is me being a lifetime athlete, football, basketball, track. I went in there like, man, I'm gonna see it. I mean, I finished the session, but dude, I was so exhausted.
I bet you.
Man, that's it. Hey, it's not easy at all.
What you feel like the next day after that, Rick? What you feel like on the next day?
I ain't do shit the next day. I laid my ass down. I relaxed the next day because being a quarter miler, running at 400 is just a flat out sprint until you just can do what you can do that last 100. Man, boxing is like sprinting the 400 meters 20 times in one day, full speed. I mean, boxing is a hell of a goddamn sport, man. It ain't easy.
Let me tell you something. I've seen plenty of athletes, like crossover athletes, walk in the gym. Football players and basketball players, they always walk in the gym thinking they in shape until they realize they're not.
Exactly.
My favorite, me personally.
You get breaks and you get the rest. You get to wait for the counts on football and basketball.
Exactly.
It ain't like that, buddy.
My personal favorite crossover athletes, like if you play another sport and you come into boxing, the ones that acclimate the best are, believe it or not, baseball players and soccer players.
Yeah,
I was thinking soccer.
Yeah,
baseball players too, because they understand torque and they understand rotation, because they understand that they don't have to like throw their whole body weight into a punch to make it snap. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like throwing a baseball or swinging a bat, like they know how to crack a whip. And so do the soccer players because of when they kick. And not only that, they got lungs for days. Soccer and baseball are my favorite athletes to cross over because they have the easiest transition. I've seen so many football players, basketball players come in and they think they in shape and they find out they're not.
Yeah, I know football and basketball players don't really be, but well, I know a couple football players like secondary people that work in the secondary of football. They can cross over a little bit easier too, because you know the cornerbacks and stuff. They used to running routes and running downfield with the wide receivers all day, so you know they're used to having to push themselves as well. Like specialty players like cornerbacks, wide receivers, and stuff like that. They have an easier time crossing over as well than the quarterbacks and
I
running
was
back.
gonna say the football players though, when they do come in and they start like figuring it out, the footwork comes easy to them. All the
Oh, yeah.
footwork drills, the ladder, all that stuff, like it's like second nature to them. They
Yeah,
just got to learn how to use it.
footwork is easier for football and basketball players. Basketball, they good with footwork. It's just getting that wind up.
That's
Oh
the
yes,
key.
Justin Hawkins. Wrestling is another sport like boxing that will take your wind away. I wrestled 1 year. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like being sweaty with another nigga on. I just didn't like all that right there. Like, I understand it's a sport, but some of the positions they had you in and you're sweaty and all that, like, nah, bro.
You didn't want your face in somebody's armpit.
Yeah, or have his ass in my face, nah, bro. Or I'm in a damn dog position and he over top of me on my back and shit. Like, that made me feel some type of way, bro. Like, they make you get on your hands and knees. And then they make another dude wrap his arms around your midsection and lean on your back. Like, come on, bro.
Dog. See, but in football, what's going on mainly is every play lasts maybe 4 to 6 seconds. I mean, and you can rest in between those plays, but you're going full speed those 4 to 6 seconds in those different intervals of spurts throughout the game, but it's just not sustained like it is in boxing. You know, those 3 minutes, a whole different ball game, man. I
That's why
mean,
that's just mostly practice. That's why you see a lot of boxers, they'll slow that shit down. They be like, hold up, let's slow this shit down. That's why some boxers have their own pace. That's why I have so much respect for them boxers that come out there and be sitting there throwing all them daggone shots. Like people like Navarrete or like Spence used to throw a whole bunch of punches. Like Spence has a couple fights where he's thrown over 1,000 punches.
that's Paul Williams. That was Paul Williams. Damn near 100 punches around when he was out there.
That's like Navarrete. That's like what's my guy from Santo that Javante knocked out Santa Cruz. Like Santa Cruz, Navarrete. You got fighters like that. They throw bunches and bunches. Even David Benavidez, they throw bunches and bunches and bunches of punches. But I'll tell you one thing.
Can you hear us, Upper?
I thought, yeah, I'm like, damn, Upper went silent.
I don't went silent again.
No,
Yeah,
we hear
you
you
been
now.
down for a second. Yeah, we can hear you now.
I'm telling you, man, they don't like me on this thing, man. Hello.
That's what I'm saying. It's your own show.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Not
like last night, huh?
Shout out to my guy Raw right there. That's my real homie right there, y'all. Say salute to him. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
Nah, I was telling y'all that's my real homie right there, Raw, in chat. Bruce Gas and Jazz. Salute, King. But yeah, boxing is a league. So Rick, who you got between Tim Zoo and Mendoza?
Man, I got Tim Zoo. I know Mendoza, you know, he game, he got a lot of grit to him. It's just something about Tim Zoo right now. You know, he at home, he gonna be in that little bit ass ring. Man, I say that's 60-40. I lean more towards Tim because I'm not real too familiar with Mendoza. You know, since Fundora in his last fight, you know, it seemed like
he also knocked out Rosario.
yeah, Rosario. Man,
That's
he
what
been softened up a little too long, so I can't really gauge him much on Rosario. But
he went up to Rosario. He fought Rosario at 160.
Yeah, but hey, man, I'm looking forward to see if Tim Tszyu gonna pull this off, and if he gonna get Mel finally, or even Bud, you know, after Earl, if you know, since it's obvious, you know, more than likely Bud ain't gonna get that 168 Canelo fight because Tim Tszyu, he been
One
a
of
problem
our
brewing.
elite fighters, because he's getting too cocky and sure of himself right now. He taking that Tony Harrison victory like he would have beat a prime Tony Harrison. And I feel like a prime Tony Harrison would have boxed circles around that man and popped his tail. But he got Tony Harrison that's been destroyed by Charlo, lost his father. Damn, what else? He almost lost the fight before Tim Tszyu. So like he was gifted a decision right there, like you fighting a broken man. And then you
Yeah,
put him
yeah, Harrison was on the decline, pretty much.
then you put him in an 8x10 to fight you in. So like the man take one step, his shoulders on the corner. He's in the corner.
He had nowhere to run to.
Exactly.
Nowhere.
He effectively closed off the damn perimeter. Like I don't care how good your footwork is, when you in an 8x10.
Well, who else other than maybe you and I that's giving Andre the chance over Benavidez? Because man,
it's a few people there's a few people going with Boo Boo. It's a few.
I never picked. I said I don't know because I don't know what Boo Boo is gonna show up.
I feel like if it was 2 years ago, it'd have been Boo Boo by a landslide. But I just don't know.
agree.
I just don't know if it's gonna be father time at work. I don't know if Boo Boo can sustain his abilities for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Fight that Boo Boo cannot gas out in. If he
Oh
gas
man.
he gonna have to pay the ultimate price.
Yeah, that's a hell of a second fight to have at 168 against this machine that Benavidez brings. But one thing that kind of discouraged me slightly over Andre is in one of his interviews yesterday at the press conference when they kept talking about Canelo to him, you know, if Canelo gonna face the winner or not. His choice of words kind of troubled me when he was like, whether Canelo fight the winner or loser, and then even mention or loser don't rock well with me. You know, when you
You cut the press conference.
You want me to tell you why he said that, Rick? Because whether Boo Boo wins or lose, he doesn't get the whole Canelo fight. Period. Canelo is not on his table. If he beats Benavidez, then Jamal Charlo fights Canelo next, and they're gonna give Benavidez a fight to get him ready to fight Canelo in September.
That's pathetic, dog.
Boo Boo's not signed to the PBC. He's not signed. And you know,
yeah, but the WBC should,
PBC has Canelo for 2 more fights. PBC is trying to make the most money. Boo Boo is a good fighter, but he messed up his marketing value. Everybody know that. He went to the zone. He pushed his marketing value down. Boo Boo is not a big draw. He can fight.
It just pisses me off, dog, because Canelo been running from both of them for so long.
I feel like
and
he been running from Boo Boo from a long time. Boo Boo went to that man's press conference. I feel like Boo Boo had the most smoke for Canelo out of anybody. And Canelo knew he couldn't beat Boo Boo. That's why he said he's a horrible fighter. You know, he was scared of Boo Boo. And I feel like Boo Boo destroyed that man. And Canelo knows it too. That's why he ain't fight him. But that's why Boo Boo said that, bro. It ain't a knock because Boo Boo don't think he gonna win. If Boo Boo wins or loses, David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo both got Canelo. That's the next 2 fights.
So Benavidez beat Andre. Will Canelo finally take Benavidez this May coming up.
Yeah. Yep. But if he loses, opinionated boxing, Shalom Queen, peace and blessings. But if Benavidez wins, he gets Canelo in May, and Jamal Charlo fights him in September. But I hope
See, I'm not fully convinced, encouraged Canelo will, because Canelo, look, these
he signed the
last two
contract.
fights with
Signed the
PBC,
contract. He signed the contract, and he said he
I
ready for
know,
Benavidez.
but he
He
been
also
talking about Adamas. You
no,
know, man, Canelo,
bro.
the next two fights need to be 168 folks.
They are.
Period.
He wants Benavidez. He said, and he says he stops him. And he said he back in shape. He said he got his fire for boxing back. You see against Jamel Charlo, the man didn't even sit down. He in perfect shape. And
Yeah,
Canelo,
that's against
Benavidez,
154.
and look, Benavidez is a damn. He's a perfect match for Canelo's style.
He
Because
gonna sit down versus Benavidez, goddamn it. He
look,
ain't finna try that shit against Benavidez.
Benavidez has so many holes in his defense.
I
Canelo,
agree. And you know what? I
and
actually
Canelo,
slightly favor Canelo over
I do,
Benavidez.
but
But
see,
I
and you know
still
why?
need to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it too. I damn sure want to see it. But Benavidez's big problem is he don't sit down on his shots. All his shots are coming from the shoulder. That's why he throws so many and so fast, because he's throwing them without power. He just have big, heavy hands, and he has a lot of weight on his body. That's why he can generate. But if you notice, he don't have no one punch knockout. He got to keep pop, 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 pop. He got to add. He got to accumulate the damage. While
Yeah.
Canelo is loading up and throwing, and Benavidez gets hit a lot. Now, if Canelo hits him with them humdingers, Benavidez is going to sleep. But like I said, I want to see it. I want to
We
see that
gotta see
Canelo.
it, no
Yeah,
doubt.
but see, also Canelo has rejuvenated himself ever since the WBC raised the legal limit on that Clem doll. So now that Clem doll has a new legal limit, as long as they don't catch him the next day after he did it, he could be above the limit, and in 24 hours, it's going to be below the limit because it's going to disperse in your body and dissolve and go to your muscles and everything right there. That's the only way you can catch them with that limit.
But look, man, I'm gonna have to bounce because I gotta get to this doctor. Check it out. I mentioned earlier how he relocated his training from San Diego up into the mountains up there in Truckee, California. You know, high elevation.
Yeah, that high
So,
elevation is something serious.
so since he's not training in Mexico, should he still be able to be allowed to have more clenbuterol than normal?
And that's a
That
great
was
point.
my train of thought.
That was a great point. So he shouldn't have it in his system if he's not in Mexico, because
Yeah.
if a non-Mexican fighter has it in their system, even a little bit under the limit and everything, they still will get banned for substance abuse. And I feel like that's not right, because how you can let other people do it, but you can't. But you can. So
The
it's like
thing
they
was, he
all
was training in California, but
hold
he
on.
said that he
Shout
flew
out to
into
Coach
Mexico.
Ari. Hold on. Shout out to Coach Ari again. Great panel, great boxing talk. Peace and blessings, Queen. You, girl, you something special today. Appreciate
Well,
you.
all right, showing that.
Yes.
I'm loving that. That's real. Salute to Ari, for real. Yeah, man. Hey, but dog, I gotta bounce, man. I'll check y'all out in the chat, man. I gotta go and jump and hit this highway and go finish up all these doctor visits so I can get back to work on Tuesday. Get my final CT scan on Monday. You know, I just got these staples taken out my head yesterday from my little injury at work, and man, I finally got to work out today. I'm back full tilt, so I'm excited, man. I've been relaxing too long, so
Well,
shit.
hope
I'll get back, y'all.
best for you, Rick, man. Peace and blessings, brother. Peace and blessings.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right. We got Cuban B. What's going on?
What up, Papa, my man? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm blessed. How you doing today, sir?
Oh man, just looking forward to the end of the year. You know how it is, man.
Oh yeah. Most end of the years it goes off, without a hitch, but this year it's going out with a bang.
Let me ask you a question.
Go
When it
ahead, bro.
comes to Canelo, I don't understand why this man hasn't already fought Jermell Boo Boo, and Benavidez. I don't understand why.
Well,
Because, in my opinion, I think he can beat all of them. It ain't that he feels like he gonna lose. What you think about that?
honestly, I feel like at 160 and 154, I feel like Jamel and Boo Boo and Jamal would have beat Canelo. Honestly, that's why he didn't want to fight Boo Boo down there, and I'm just being honest with it. But at 168, I feel like Jamal, Jamel, or David Benavidez can't mess with Canelo. Canelo's body is perfectly adapted to 168. His muscles and his base form is 167.5. He showed us at the weigh-in. So that's 165 pounds of pure muscle without water in it. So the man, he rejuvenates to at least 175, 180. So the man is in his peak for that division right there. So everybody else is going to have 167.5 worth of muscle, not extra water weight, but muscle. And it takes at least a year to get 8 pounds of muscle in your system safely and correctly. That's why I feel like Canelo been avoiding them tougher fights while he was letting his body acclimate to the division. You see, he came up, he fought Billy Joe, Caleb, Callum Smith, and if you notice his last 5 fights, he gassed out. He was like in Triple G3, he was tired. They was throwing 20 punches around, and he got tired. Against John Ryder, he got tired, and John Ryder started whooping his ass at the end of the fight. Against Caleb Plant, he got tired, but he got a second win and stopped the man while Caleb was outboxing him. Against Bivol, he got gassed out because he went up to a higher weight and he was carrying more weight. He got back gassed out. So his last 4 or 5 fights, he was getting gassed. But now his body has acclimated to that weight. So now he's used to carrying it. Like when you move up, you need at least a good year and a half to acclimate to that weight. Like you remember Terrence Crawford moved to 147. He fought Jeff Horn first. His body was still small for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. He was still a little skinny thing in the ring. But after about 2 years, he acclimated to 147 correctly, where he built up natural muscle and he got to that point. And you see, he started stopping everybody he fought. He was at the top peak of his abilities. And I feel like Canelo's peak is 168. He's there. He's at his prime. He's at his best. Now Canelo versus Benavidez has too many holes in his defense, and he doesn't sit down on his punches. He's tailor made for Canelo. Canelo destroys that man. He just don't understand it because people look at Canelo and how he's gassed out. They need to look at his last fight. Canelo was on his toes. He didn't even sit down at the end of the round. Canelo was at his best. He was there, and plus even though is allowed by the WBC, he has also clenbuterol in his system, which helps with your stamina, endurance, and it helps with your muscle recovery, and it helps with thinking clearly. So with him eating the meat that he does, it's allowed, so you can't say nothing bad about it, but it gives him a little pep talk, a little upswing. So people got to realize that. Plus, Canelo, he's done fought over 60 damn fights. That's a lot of ring IQ. He's done been in there with the best, Floyd Mayweather. If everybody know, after he fought Floyd Mayweather, his boxing skills increased 1,000%. Canelo was damn near unstoppable after he fought Floyd because he learned so much while getting his ass whooped. And like I said, I don't think nobody can beat Canelo except for David Morrell. I think David Morrell's the only person that gives Canelo problems and he stops him. Benavidez, no. Boo Boo, I think it's past Boo Boo's time right now. But Boo Boo's not gonna get a shot because he's not a PBC fighter. So yeah, I think Jamal and David Benavidez are going down the road and they're gonna meet what they asked for.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree with the weight class, comment that you made. Back in the day, when fighters were moving up in weight to fight, they would take, like, for instance, if you were 140 and you wanted to go up to 147 and fight the top of that division,
Salute Jeff R.
you would you would take a 147 fight with another guy, a little lesser opponent, and maybe a second fight to get acclimated, and then you fight the best one in that division. It's a more fair fight for most fighters. But nowadays, I know a lot of people saying that Crawford should go up to 168 from 147 to fight Canelo in one big jump. That's not going to be a fair fight. If you were to go up to 154 and then at least
Canelo.
have one fight,
You talking about Bud versus Canelo?
Yeah, like I think, I'm not saying he can't beat
That's
Canelo, but
hard.
I'm saying like if you want to see a good fight, he needs to go up to 154, beat someone there, and then have one fight like at 160, 68, maybe like
Yeah,
against Plant,
saying Bud to beat
and
Canelo.
then fight Canelo.
People that saying Bud to beat Canelo haven't never fought before. Because first off, Jamel Charlo, I feel like he hits harder than Bud Crawford anyway. And Jamel Charlo hit Canelo with 18 punches that should have dropped anybody else. He was catching them clean, hard shots. And Canelo walked through them. Canelo even dropped his guard and went into a predator stance where he was like holding pads. He was catching and shooting everything Jamel was throwing because he didn't respect the power. And I feel like Bud's power is not as much as Jamel Charlo because he's a bigger guy and he punches big. But Jamel Charlo had problems. So I feel like Bud, who's a smaller guy, he's gonna move up. Good God Almighty! Salute to Coach Ari one more time in the cash in the super chat. That's all, folks. Hopping off for a meeting. Peace and blessings, Coach Ari. I hope your meeting goes well. Original American in the building with that $2 holler. Appreciate it, brother. Peace and blessings. Go ahead, Coach Amber.
No, man, where we at? Where we at? I was on the move for a second.
He's talking about Canelo and Bud.
Why? Why? I mean,
That's why I
you
said,
know what?
like,
I'm not a Bud fan. Go and let him. Go ahead.
David.
Go ahead. Do whatever your heart desires. F around, find out. Let him do it. I say let him do it. You really, really want it?
I say give
Let
him
him
what
do it.
he asking for. If that's what he asking for, give it to him. But I'll tell you like this: when you start hitting that man and he starts cornering you, I don't want to hear you holler because the man is cornering you and you can't do nothing about it.
Hey, Upper Echelon, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
I don't know, do you listen to that guy Fanon or whatever his name is?
of course I do.
Okay. Do you hear sort of the narrative against Crawford that he talks about him being ungrateful and this and that? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, Crawford is ungrateful right now because Crawford, right? This is one thing about Crawford. He's mad because of the decisions that he made. Like he had a chance to leave Jalen Hutch. He had a decision to leave Top Rank in 2018. He chose not to. He chose to stay. Now Crawford sees the back money they was making, and now he feels some type of way about it. Peace and blessings, Brock. And I feel like Fernand had his own opinion, and I felt like his opinion was validated. Crawford, he also sat there and said he don't care about his fans. He said UK fans are better. He called us broke people, and he said we supposed to support him anyway. So yeah, he's
He call
ungrateful.
you
That's why
broke people?
he said the fans are broke.
He also said he didn't believe in us. He got on
Exactly.
IG and looked in the camera and said that he told Spence, "Look, this fight ain't gonna sell." In other words, he doesn't believe that we would buy it.
So the man's ungrateful.
Um,
If you really think about it, I mean, those are really the keys to being ungrateful. And
I don't pay attention to the social media, so that's always curious.
check this out,
This is
Crawford.
the first time I
Crawford
hear
just
that.
got, bro. Hold on, Crawford just got his biggest payday, and his biggest payday before that was almost 7 million. He just got over 30. Something that he didn't even work for or earn. He just got it because the other guy wanted the fight that bad. Now he's looking around wanting more money. Look, dude, you don't generate the revenue. You don't bring the crowd. You don't make things pop like that. You don't sell. So he's sitting there here trying to outprice himself. Yes, I feel like he's being ungrateful because, dude, you don't even sell that much. How are you trying to pick the price and pick the market value when the last time you did a pay per view by yourself, it was under 10,000 pay per view buys? He had around 6,000. I feel like Crawford need to take the fights and take the percentages that he gave. What he got was a once in a lifetime deal that no other boxer, not Canelo, not nobody will give him, and that's just real.
But is asking for this Canelo fight because he wants to get a big payday, pretty much. Like his options are limited, is what you're saying?
Hey, bro, let's me and you, we talking, we men, right? Let's get past the passive aggression and come on and tell me what you really want to talk about, bro. I sat here and parlayed with you and everything. You getting to your point. Let's go ahead and get to the point, bro.
No, like, well,
We
I'm
we don't have
asking
to play,
from a standpoint
we
of
don't have to
learning
play this
because,
cat.
like I
I'm
said,
saying,
I'm not too
we
familiar
don't
with him.
listen, I'm saying we don't have to play this cat and mouse game. Let's get to what you really came to ask me. Let's go.
No. Listen. I'm asking from a point of learning because, like I said, I'm not too familiar with like his social media stuff. Like some of the fights he's turned down, or the promotion company stuff. That's what I want to learn about because I
He
only see
has
Bud
one fight
as
with
on the
PBC.
ring. You know what I mean?
Buckle up boxing. Peace and blessings, King. Salute. 2 Cent boxing. Peace and blessings. Matter of fact, let me bring 2 Cents boxing up here. Get her take on it too. They can talk
Terrence
to.
Crawford has one fight left with PBC. Okay, and that is with Earl Spence Jr. He has 25 cents for a gumball, and he's acting like he got a handful of tokens for the whole arcade. He literally PBC only owes him one fight, and that's with Earl. So him calling out Canelo, calling out Mel, calling out everybody under the sun, it's like they don't have to renew with you. And that's where that sentiment comes from, if that's where you're going with this.
Salute
Mm.
2 Cent boxing. $5 holler saying support the channel. And my guy Brock Howard, he said, "Yeah, cut the meat off the fat." Yeah, Brock Howard, I see what's coming down, bro. This ain't my first rodeo, Brock. I see the parry and trying to set up and everything. Let's just get to the meat of the situation. That's what I'm saying.
So
Welcome to the
no,
stage.
and I understand what you're saying, but like, so for instance, you know how there's a lot of fighters that, like, I think Canelo right now, he's fighting more for legacy than for money. You know what I mean? Like
No,
he's
Canelo
trying.
is not.
He's fighting more for
Well,
money, more
he's
because
funny for he gets paid money, but like he's even said it, like he wants to pretty much pass Julio Cesar Chavez. So there's certain accomplishments he has in mind, the number of champions he can beat, who he
well,
beats,
he's still
that type of stuff.
he's still a long way off from Floyd. Floyd beat 22 in less time.
No,
Floyd,
I'm talking about Julio Cesar Chavez. Like he
I know
wants
I'm
to be the
talking about.
best Mexican boxer.
Oh yeah, I feel you. I
Yeah,
feel you.
that's what I mean by
But
legacy. Like he wants to be
he's gonna have to
go
fight more
down
than
as the
twice a
best
year.
Mexican boxer.
He's gonna have to fight more than twice a year, for real. He only
No,
fights once,
I agree.
but I'm gonna tell you like this: he is fighting for legacy right now, and I salute him because he signed to fight Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez, two people that's been talking stuff to him the whole career. So now Canelo's at the point where he's like, "F it, let's do it. You've been calling me out. Let's see if you stand on what you say." So now he's coming at Benavidez and Jamal. Since y'all said I was scared of y'all, now we about to see, and I respect him for that.
You know that one press conference where Boo Boo and his dad went in there and like they were asking for the fight, and then it got like kind of loud and whatever. They got kicked out. Um, I respect Boo Boo, for asking for the fight for years. The way that he did it, like I don't know if I have a lot of respect for Benavidez. I think Benavidez,
Fact.
he just talks a whole lot of trash. Like, like he talks trash to the point of insulting him as a man, as opposed to saying, "Hey, you ducking," and that's a fair conversation people have.
Well, I thought
I
you
don't
wanted
I
to
don't
fight
respect that.
Benavidez first. I thought you was it respecting the Benavidez versus Canelo. I thought that's what you wanted at first.
No, I want to see that fight because everybody's asking for that fight. Because, in my opinion, I think Canelo beats Benavidez. So, you know, why not let's just make the fight happen, and that'll go down on Canelo's legacy as a big thumbs up. Like, okay, you were able to fight this guy in his prime, you beat him, boom, there you go. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to happen for that reason.
Okay, since you want that to happen, I'm gonna tell you a big fight for Canelo's legacy. Bivol said he wants to come to 168 and challenge Canelo for his belt. What do you think about that?
I want to see that fight too.
Oh, okay.
That what's wrong with losing against a fighter and then having a rematch, and if the circumstances change, like for instance, Canelo should have never gone above 168, right? This guy's a small guy. It's
Okay.
not like he's like
But,
6 feet tall.
he went up there and beat Sergey the Crusher Kovalev, and then nobody say nothing.
Well, I mean, if you can go up and weight and
Kovalev is a
face
bigger
certain
puncher,
competition, but
but
you
Kovalev's a
go up
bigger
and weight
puncher.
and face Bivol. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Like
but
Kovalev was already on his way out.
could Kovalev a bigger puncher than Bivol?
Yeah, but he was on his way out. Come on, like that guy was on his way out. Like it's kind of comparing apples and oranges. Bivol's in his prime. That was too much, too much skill. A bigger skilled fighter is gonna beat the smaller skilled fighter. So
So you
I
feel
would
like
love to
Canelo
see.
cherry picked? Did he cherry pick Crusher Kovalev?
I think I think at the time the production and him were looking to get belts and accomplishments at more weight classes, and that was a priority. I think right now his priority isn't weight classes. His priority
So do you think
is
that's not my
is
question? I said,
victors.
so did he cherry pick Crusher Kovalev?
Did he cherry pick him?
Yeah.
Mm, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you fighting a guy, it's like when De La Hoya fought Julio Cesar Chavez. I think that was a good accomplishment for him, but Chavez was like towards the end of his career.
I feel
These
like De La
belts.
Hoya and Chavez both lost to Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, but they
I
robbed him.
think I think I think De La Hoya. I think they lost a close decision, but I think De La Hoya did better than Chavez
But
against
they
him.
both, I feel like they both got whooped by Sweet Pea Whitaker, but he didn't get the decision on either one.
Yeah, man. Boxing has got that's what a lot of people have left to UFC. Like boxing has got some crazy decisions over the years. If you're the champion, if you're the moneymaker, if you're the A side, a lot of these things go into the decisions on close
Yeah,
fights.
even Julio Cesar Chavez lost in his first 18 fights and they erased it. Did you know that?
His first 18 fights.
Yeah, they erased it.
I know
It
he
came
fought.
under.
He fought. They fight when they start fighting like at 15.
I know,
And
but
like
I'm saying he had a loss and it disappeared from his record.
well, I don't know about that. I've never read anything about that.
Canelo in one of his first 10 fights, he got a draw, but he arguably got his ass whooped for 3 fights. I mean, for 3 rounds out of the 4 round fight. And they gave Canelo a draw because they couldn't give him a win because the dude destroyed Canelo. But they had a plan for Canelo, and they made it a draw so he could stay undefeated.
My the way that I see like Mexican fighters versus American fighters is that a lot of Mexican fighters is early on professional career
Mm-hmm.
should really be amateur career. Like in the United States, these fighters between 15 and 17, 18, they're having amateur fights. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
Mexico, they're trying to make the money. So they start fighting professionally. So like the first 20 fights that Canelo had, you can almost kind of take that with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Like
That's your
so
question,
because
right?
the competition is very, very low level, like in Mexico at that age. They're not
A,
facing.
a Cuban B. How do you feel now that Mexican fighters are able to have a percentage of clenbuterol in their system, but if an American fighter has the same amount, they get filed for substance abuse and PEDs and gets banned. So Mexican fighters are allowed to have a certain. They even raise the level up of clenbuterol. So with that level being raised, if you take a serious amount in 24 hours, it'll disperse in your system. So it'll be up under the limit because 24 hours, that's all it takes for your body to break it down and spread to different parts. So if they're not catching them in the first 24 hours, it's going to be under the limit because your body done distributed to the muscles and the cells. But what do you feel about Mexican fighters able to have even trace amounts in that system? But if another fighter has it, they get hit for PEDs and get banned for that. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's an unfair advantage?
I don't know too much of the science, but I know I've heard like on like some videos and stuff about the science, like people that actually know the science behind it, like speak on it, and those conversations tend to go both ways, like whether it be you know, that the amount, if people that are in Mexico are consuming the meat and the type of hormones that go into the cattle or whatever it is. I'm not an expert in that.
Called clenbuterol.
Yeah, that percentage. What they're
it's
saying
an
is that
anabolic
percentage
steroid.
is so small that
No,
if you were to consume it, like to abuse the PD, that scientifically it would be very very detectable. That's what the videos I've seen like that. In
but
other
I'm
words,
telling you,
there's
I
too much
did,
of a risk for him to do it, like
bro.
to abuse a PD to get caught. Like that's what I've heard.
No, this is what I'm telling you. That's what you heard, but I'm giving you facts. They raised the limit up first off, so it ain't having a minute amount because they raised the limit up for Canelo and Mexican fighters. Secondly, you will get caught if they catch you in the first 24 hours. If you notice, if you take an ibuprofen, how long does it take for the ibuprofen to kick in?
Hours.
It takes about 30 to 45 minutes for it to kick in. Then your body disperses it and sends it to where the pain is located at, right?
Shoot, whenever I take Advil, it doesn't
It's
relieve
yes
my
or no
pain.
question, bro. It's yes or no. It spreads to where the pain at, right?
Let's just say that's the
Yes or
case.
no,
Like
bro. That's yes or no. I'm getting to
I'm
the
not
point.
I'm not too familiar with how that works. All I
Okay,
know
you
is when
take
I
a
take
pain
Advil,
medicine. If you take pain medication, the pain medication goes where you have pain at, right? And it stops you from having pain, right?
when I take pain medication, it
Bro,
typically
it's a
takes about
yes
an
or no
hour.
question, bro. Look, if you ever take a pain medicine, does it get rid of your pain?
In about an hour, yeah.
Okay, so it spreads in your body. So after that, the pain comes back after a couple hours, right? Because it's done dissolved in your system, right?
Yeah, that tends to be the case.
Okay, the same with clenbuterol, an anabolic steroid. Even my guy just put it up. He says clenbuterol leaves your system so fast that if you've ever been even trace amounts, the chances are you're putting it in there and it's not by accident. Exactly, Brock. How D1. When you sit there and take the clenbuterol, yes, you have a absorbent amount, and then your body absorbs it. It absorbs it and does what it needs. So if they test you after the 24-hour period, all you will have is trace amounts in your system because your body is using it. But to make sure that people don't fail, in Mexico, they raised the limit up. They raised the legal limit up. But if anybody outside of a Mexican in Mexico fighting, they get hit with a PED abuse charge. So they're not allowed to have none in their system, period. So if a person is, they deem it an unfair advantage. So if a person has it in their system, they have an unfair advantage, and then they're hit with PED. So if they saying it's an unfair advantage for a black fighter to do that, when a Mexican has the same thing but in bigger doses, why is that not unfair?
Do
I,
you do
I
you
was
think
gonna say
do
there's
you
such
think
thing as
Canelo is
microdosing also.
do you guys think
Microdosing.
Canelo is has been abusing PEDs pretty much for performance edge?
He got caught for it, didn't he?
No, I mean, yeah, there's this whole conversation
Yes
about
or
the
no?
trace amount and everything.
Yes
But
or
do you
no?
guys? Let me ask you a
Yes or
question. Do
no,
you
bro?
think
Bro, we're not
Canelo?
about to do all this, bro. It's
Do you
yes or
think
no.
Canelo's cheating? That's what this gets to, right?
Eddie Hearns did it. Eddie Hearns was his promoter. He said you put a gun
No,
to
no, I'm
the head.
asking you. You do you think Canelo's
Okay, you
cheating?
want me to answer your question, but you're not answering mine. I asked you a yes or no question, and you have not answered it yet.
I
Did
think
no, hold on. I'm gonna answer your question, but answer mine. I don't need the explanations and the long drawn out theory. I asked you a question. Did he or did he not get caught and punished for substance abuse? Yes or no?
Canelo.
Did Canelo get caught for PEDs before he fought Triple G? Yes or no?
Are you talking about the same
Bruh,
thing you
it's
were talking about right now?
yes or no.
Yeah, I think he did, right? I mean,
Yeah, he
but
did.
didn't they
He
like
got
fight it
caught
or
for
something?
PEDs. So check this out. When you get caught, it's not your first time doing it. It's the first time you're getting caught. Canelo's jumping up to 175. His body was muscly sound. He put on all them muscles and he was looking like a brick shit house. And then he's able to go to different weights. And every time he goes to weight, his body is muscly enhanced in his own point. That's why he gassing out, because the anabolic steroids is pumping into his muscles and he's getting too strong for his body. That's what it is. So yes, I think Canelo is using trace amounts of clenbuterol. It's in his system. It was in his system versus Jamel Charlo and John Ryder. It's always in his system. They made a law. raise the limit of clenbuterol so Canelo can.
I think we can hear you, Rick.
Yeah. I just wanted to say this real quick before I jump out. Mainly clenbuterol is to assist breathing. It helps you recover faster, and that's good for dudes that's known to gas out, like Canelo. And
it gives more
as far as bud goes, right, that helps you breathing. That helps you recover. And as far as bud go, man, since obviously we're not gonna get Bud and Canelo, hopefully we get Bud and Earl at 154 in February. Whether that happened or not, after that, since Bud never got to defend his undisputed at 140, I would absolutely love to see Bud and Boots for undisputed. Man, that's it. I mean, that'll be perfect.
Rick,
that'll be perfect.
That's why I like you, Rick, because you're a reasonable Bud fan.
Right there,
You're
man.
a reasonable Bud fan.
I would absolutely love that, man.
Rick Tins is that
For
guy.
real, y'all. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. Let me go and jump out and head in this clinic.
All right.
Much love, y'all.
Peace and
All right.
blessings, bro. Be safe.
So clenbuterol, does that make you get more muscles or more stamina in breathing?
What clenbuterol does, it helps with recovery.
But earlier you were saying that he was going up in weight and getting muscular in heavy weights. Is that because of the drug, or is that because he's just getting muscular?
Did you not hear what we said? What it does, it helps you recover. So if you are working out, right, and you done did all your sets and everything, you tired, the clenbuterol will rejuvenate you. It'll help you recover. It'll help your muscles recover. It'll help your muscles rebuild. So, because it's giving it oxygen, so your muscles heals faster. You get more energy, more strength, more stamina. Then you're able to build even faster. So you're able to build up your muscles in a more quicker way, in a more timely manner. And each time you gas out, it'll gas you back up. So you can continue to work after past your limit, past your threshold. So you're able to build at an alarming rate, like 400% increase.
Can I step in real quick, Upper?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Like, have you ever lifted weights, whether it be bench press, any type of resistance training?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how if either you haven't worked out in a while, or if you're moving up in weight, you know how you get the soreness. It's usually not the next day. It usually takes about 48 hours, like where you really push yourself to the limit. Yeah, it takes about 2 days for you to feel that soreness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that soreness is basically because, the muscle fibers are ripping themselves, and it leaks out that the fluid or whatever, and that's what makes you sore, right? Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, the performance enhancing drug, it basically cuts that in half. So when you're sore, you have to ice yourself down, or warm, sit in a bath to loosen it up and stuff like that. When you're on the PEDs, it cuts that in half, and you can get right back to work. That's what Upper's talking about when he's talking about muscle recovery. So instead of like you pushing yourself to the limit and you're sore for 2-3 days, and then you can get back to doing what you're doing, the PEDs, it cuts it in half. Some of them, they might not feel it at all, and you can get right back to pumping iron. That's what he's trying to explain.
So when people say that, like Bud Crawford and that whole snack controversy, what type of drugs are they claiming?
All I know is that Victor Conti is the greatest drug cheat that ever lived. His thing isn't about obviously it is about performance enhancing, but what a lot of people gloss over and they don't talk about is his drugs were undetectable. Okay, that is why he's the greatest drug cheat ever. Not because his drugs were the best ever. It's just that his were undetectable. He literally named it the clear because it was undetectable. Um, I also, happen to know just through research. Well, not even through research, through his own mouth. Some like because he has different programs for Snap, and certain programs require NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. That means when you sign whatever he does to you, he takes your blood, he takes, he does all this test. And whatever it is that you sign up for, regardless of whatever happens, you cannot talk about it or he will sue you.
Exactly. What he does, he takes your whole chemical makeup. He takes your he does a whole panel on your blood type, your blood. He takes your protein. He takes your BMI. He takes a measurement of everything in your body, how your whole body works. Then he'll develop a nutritional program that suits just you, and he will get certain types of supplements that are not illegal yet. Some of them might be illegal soon, but right now the FDA hasn't banned them yet. So those are the ones that he's using, and he's allowed to use it because it's not banned yet. So he does that. It helps them do their body, and that's how that works.
So the whole Vada thing. What do you guys think about that whole them like the I guess the samples being destroyed and stuff? Because I guess what I'm hearing is like a lot of these new synthetic steroids that are undetectable, boxers can be using them and then
They're not
really kind of flying under the radar.
It's not undetectable. It's the fact that they're not illegal yet, so they're not being looked for or detected. Once the FDA deems it illegal, then they will detect it. But right now they're using stuff that are not deemed illegal, stuff that's still considered okay to use because
So
it's some
so like in
performance.
the
It's some.
Olympics.
Wait, let me finish. There are some performance enhancers that are legal for people, like creatine and stuff. Like even Pedialyte, that's still a performance enhancer because it gives you back your electrolytes. See, like it's a lot of performance enhancers people can use that are legal. And right now, Snack uses the stuff that's not illegal yet.
Is like the Olympics when they is this kind of the same conversation like they'll be taking something that's not illegal, but then when they determine, hey, that is illegal, they go back and they have samples of their blood and then they test them and say, hey, you know what, you were taking something that was illegal. Just because it hasn't been found illegal right now doesn't make it legal, right?
Yeah, that's happened to a few people. But once they deem it illegal, then first off, you really ain't supposed to be able to get charged or get found like that postpartum. Like after it's been overdone with, it wasn't illegal when you took it. So just because it became illegal, they're not trying to do it like that. So that it happens to some people, but they followed it and they won. Like you can't charge me for something that wasn't illegal back then. Like alcohol before age 21 wasn't illegal back then. Now it is. So you can't charge a person that got drunk when he was 18 back then and now he's over the. You can't do that. You just can't.
What percentage of boxers do you think are on something? Is that a big thing? Is that a big problem in boxing?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. Boxing is a hell of a sport, but you don't play boxing. You gotta have yourself in the best physical condition. I know every boxer might have something to give them an edge over the next boxer, but I can't sit there and say who's on what because, like I said, certain shit are illegal, and I'm not gonna speculate, and I'm not gonna put nothing out on nobody that I don't know. That's not gonna happen. Please stop fishing for it, okay?
I've heard certain boxing experts say that and people in the industry on interviews say that it's a problem that's 60-70% of boxers out there, like people in the know
Well,
that are on something.
it's probably about 80% of Mexican boxers because they're allowed to have it, but they're not counting those right there. But you got about 80% of the Mexican boxers that are allowed to take the PEDs. So it'd be probably hard for them to talk about it. But we do know Canelo got popped. Then they raised the limit for Canelo. So now the limit that he got popped with is null and void because they said, hey, we don't want that asterisk by Canelo. Now, as soon as one of our fighters do it, oh, man, just like when it was okay for Jose Canseco Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa and them, when they was out here having this big home run derby, when they was knocking home runs from here to tomorrow, it was all good. Like, hey, they beat Roger Maris. When Ken Griffey Jr. would have broke that record 10 years ago, but they gonna call a strike to make sure the man Ken Griffey did not break it. Ken Griffey in 30 games had over 40 home runs, and they took a strike for damn near half the year plus some to make sure he didn't break that record. So Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa had the home run derby. They had Jose Canseco and a few others in it, and these boys are bowling and they hitting these balls out, and it was all good then. But as soon as Barry Bonds started doing it, a real naturally gifted athlete started doing it. A black athlete started doing it. He's sending the balls to yesteryear and putting it in the parking deck and sending it across the street to the bus station. Then it's a problem. Oh, no, we got to check this stuff. And the messed up thing about it, they never caught Barry Bonds with it. But they caught Canseco, Sosa, and McGuire. But they still want to hold it against Barry Bonds. They never caught him. That's what I'm saying. It's okay for everybody else to use it. But let one of us use it, then it's a big problem. That's what I'm saying. So you really can't determine the level that's in other fighters because a lot of other races, a lot of different races use it to get up with us because they can't compete with us naturally. So they need enhancement. Look at Conor Benn. The man was shit. Then he started knocking everybody out, juice to the gills. Now that he's back off PEDs, you see what type of fighter he is. Like I said, you can't stop the best or the greatest. And what they do, they have to do something to put them on the same playing field as us. So if they want to talk about the people that's doing performance enhancing in the system, 95% of them aren't us. It's the rest. That's what that
You know,
is.
I thought when Marcus fought Pacquiao that one last time, man, that guy looked like he was on something. Cause did you notice his body frame? How it
You know
went from
what? Marquez did the same
man,
thing his opponent did. Because
he looked
hell,
like a
Pacquiao
bodybuilder.
been taken. That's why he didn't want to fight Floyd, because he was talking about blood tests, talking about he's scared of needles. Come on, man, you a grown ass man. No, you were scared of getting caught. That's what the hell Pacquiao was scared of. And
Did they
Pacquiao,
catch Pacquiao?
when he fought Thurman, they had no drug tests. And you see that man look like he was 23 years old when he got in the ring with Thurman. That man was rejuvenated. But guess what? When he fought Yordenis Ugas, they had mandatory testing. And that man retired, Pacquiao. So, like I said, when you want to talk about PEDs, Bud has never tested dirty. But I'm going to tell you, a lot more people did. And a lot more people use PEDs to compete with us.
Man, it's a tough one out there with
I
all the drugs
appreciate
that
your
they got.
detective work. I appreciate your detective work, but sorry, the show's over with. Come back on Monday and we can continue this talk. I appreciate you for coming.
I appreciate the information.
All right, no problem. Hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you on Monday. All right. Coach Amber, go ahead and give your last thought. Whatever you got to say.
Salute to the chat. As always, thank you for saving me a seat at the table.
You always welcome, Coach Amber. You know you family. Plus, you and Key, y'all run this thing. I'm just here to watch y'all work. You feel me? And salute to everybody out there. Salute to my co-host, Key Alexandria, who's she's working for her finals, so she ain't able to be here with us today. But we will be on tonight at 11 o'clock on the Upper Echelon Man channel. Yes, we will. And then over there, we talking real stuff right there, man. Y'all all make sure y'all show up, man. Y'all missed a good show last night. This night right here, we got a show. We talking about the ungrateful woman and the man. We got the ungrateful woman. Then we got the high price woman. Then we got the real woman and how they affect it. Plus, we got the good man that's overlooked. We got the Pookie and Ray Ray who they all want. And then we got the one with no ambition. Like, it's going to be a nice shot. It's going to be a nice show. It's going to be a nice show. Y'all make sure y'all show up tonight. It's on the Upper Echelon Man. I had posted the link earlier. I don't think I can still see it. But, matter of fact, before y'all go, let me post this link for y'all, man. Because I don't want none of y'all to miss out. What y'all need to do, if you're not subscribed to the Upper Echelon Man channel, I'm going to post this link. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to it, man. It's 30 y'all in here. I know y'all not subscribed there, bro. Y'all with the family. And everybody that subscribed, y'all make sure y'all come in and say something so I can rinse you up. We had a few of y'all that got rinsed up last night. But you know, I want to make sure y'all all rinsed up because that channel right there is going to do numbers. And I got somebody helping me back that channel right there. So we're going to be huge on that channel right there. And I just want all y'all to be there because we all family. And I need my snipers. Because when we start getting 1,000 to 2,000 people in chat, I need my snipers there to take them out. You know, we family. But yeah, that's going to be a big, it's not like regular red pill situation. This is real man situation. And there go to, make sure y'all hit that link right there and subscribe to the channel. And you know how we do it. Peace and blessings. We about to blow it. Let's go. We got to go.
Hey, ha ha, ba ba ba. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Wrong mind got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I'm for cleaning my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. It can be exciting when I get the strike and guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit, we worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drill in the spiller. 7.62 gon' split him. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze